Hi everyone and welcome back to Rainbow Budgets and Plans. My name is Natalie and on this channel we talk about all things budgeting, cash stuffing, personal finance, planning, organisation, all that kind of stuff that's going to help me try and get my life back together one step at a time. It's been a while. I don't even know where to start. It's been about 3 weeks, I think, since I last posted a video, and the last video that I posted was my Christmas cash stuffing video with Big Pickle. He's really enjoying doing the Christmas challenges and things. So that was my last video that I posted. I needed to take a personal break away from YouTube. We'll discuss why in a sec. I just don't know where to start. I was having a really good week. We'd hit some milestones in terms of our debt payoff. So if you're new to this channel, this is the first video you are watching. We are in a lot of debt. We are a family in a lot of debt, and we are hoping to pay that off using the cash stuffing method, using saving challenges, the save to sink method, all that kind of stuff. However, we are getting married in October. So I did a debt update for the end of May, I think it was, or the end of June, debt update, and I was on a massive high. We'd hit some milestones. We're now below £50,000 in debt. We'd smashed £6,000 in 7 months paid off. So yeah, we hit some milestones. Oh, and 10%, we'd paid 10% off. So those are like the 3 milestones that we'd kind of managed to achieve. Now, if you are a long time follower of this channel, my channel started back in 2021 and we were in a lot of debt then. I then got a full-time job and neglected this channel, neglected our budget, and yeah, we just weren't on top of it, and we ended up getting into more debt than we originally started with. Then when I came back to YouTube in November, just gone, I explicitly said, look, we're in a lot of debt, but we're getting married in October, so our debt isn't going to be our focus for the next 12 months. And I've said that numerous of times, and after coming off that high of hitting so many milestones in our debt journey, just from paying the minimum payments, might I add, I got so much negativity, so much, and it was all to do with the wedding. It was all to do with the fact that we were in debt and we were getting married and we were paying money for a wedding. And that weekend, I received so much, and I received so much negativity from people. Like, people were actively not just leaving comments, like public comments on my videos and things like that. People were actively sending me direct messages to basically stick their nose into my business and let me know their thoughts on what we were doing wrong. And normally I can take a lot of stuff on the chin and I can cope with it. However, that weekend I then went for a bridal fitting for my wedding dress, and I couldn't enjoy it. I couldn't enjoy being stood in my wedding dress because people were just being so negative towards me and the fact that we'd chosen to get married and we had massive debt and this, that and the other. And I did not want my wedding day to be tarnished by the opinions of strangers on the internet. So I needed to take a break. I needed to take a break from YouTube and figure out what going forward I feel comfortable sharing on this channel in terms of our debt, our personal situations, the decisions that we make to do financially. Now, I'm not saying that all the decisions that we make are the right ones. I don't think anybody would make the same. If you put 100 people in a room, you wouldn't get 100 people making the same decisions, would you? Everyone would be completely different. Everyone's families are different. Everybody's priorities are different. But the fact that I'd continuously said for the last 7 months, we're not focusing our debt because we need to pay for the wedding. If we don't pay for the wedding's going to end up being paid on a credit card, which then ends up in more debt. Sorry, one of the kids, it's the summer holidays. So where was I? Yeah, so people were still not listening to what I was saying. Like, I've said a number of times, if we don't pay for the wedding this way, then it will end up on a credit card, because we have to pay for the wedding. We're in a contract with the vendors, we're in a contract with the venue, the photographer, the registrar, everything now, to a point where even if we were to cancel the wedding, we would still have to pay for it. And people just don't seem to grasp that. And also the fact is, some people might not think this about their wedding day, but it's my wedding day. Like, some girls dream about their wedding day and how their wedding day is going to look. From being a young child, and yeah, it was getting to the point where I didn't want to be stood in my wedding dress on my wedding day feeling bad about the decisions that I had chosen to make. So going forward, I will not be sharing anything to do with our wedding on YouTube, financially anyway. So you won't see any of that money included in our savings totals. You may see me put money into the wedding envelope, but you will not see how much is in there. And I will also not be providing a debt update until after the wedding, just to protect my peace, just to protect my mental health, my wedding day. So yeah, that is it. And I'm sorry if that's come across blunt. But I kind of feel like I have to be at this point, because people just, I know I'm opening myself up to negativity, I know that. And like I said, I can take most of it on the chin. But yeah, it got to a point where I couldn't enjoy my wedding, and the excitement of planning a wedding or anything like that, because the opinions of strangers on the internet were eating away at me. So that's why I'll no longer be sharing any information to do with the wedding, because obviously a big proportion of our budget for the next month is going to be the wedding. I also won't be sharing my budget with Mies for August or September or possibly October, because I don't want people to see how much we're putting in, how much we've got in there. Yeah, so for the next few months, this channel might not be what it normally is in terms of the openness, because previously I've prided myself on the fact that we are open and honest about everything. Every single penny that we spend, we are open about, and it always has been ever since I started my channel. And there isn't many UK YouTubers that do that. Which is something that I've noticed, is that, and maybe that's why, maybe people are afraid of what other people will say. But yeah, there's not many UK YouTubers out there that actually share from start to finish, every penny that they spend, the situation that they're in. There just isn't that many of us. And maybe that is the reason why, because people on the internet can be so cruel for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So I'm going to come back. For the next few months, it will just be purely cash stuffing, like our weekly expenses, our groceries, our household money, our fuel, dealing with our leftover cash that we've got, doing savings challenges. That's kind of be the vibe for the channel for the next few months until the wedding is over in October, and I can then, as we discussed in our 5-year plan, crack on with paying off debt, because that was always the plan ever since I came back to my channel. It was always the plan. It was what we decided, and I'm not going to deviate from that, because I think it's a solid plan. Whether you disagree with me or not, that's fine. You can disagree, but being cruel about it, I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to allow that to damage me. So yeah. But I hope everyone else is okay. I must admit, it's been the most relaxing 3 weeks mentally, because I just haven't had to worry about what other people are thinking. We have stuck to our budget. We have still been cash stuffing. I've still been doing everything that I would have been doing, just not recording it, just not sharing it with the entire world to see. So we've made some progress. I have decided I'm going to do, because I'm going to come back fresh to YouTube, I'm going to do an overhaul of my binders, which are here, and we're going to go through that today. And then I have already recorded my Wonderland video, which is my YouTube income cash stuffing, so you'll see that in the next few days as well. So I am going to come back. It won't be as frequent as it was before because there'll be less content for me to provide, but I think that's the best thing for me, is to just not share anything that's then going to ruin my wedding day. I want to protect my wedding day because I hope to only ever get married once. So yeah. So yeah, thank you for everybody's messages. A lot of people have reached out to see that I'm okay, and I am okay. I'm absolutely okay. And I did the right thing by taking a break and basically thinking about going forward what we wanted to do, and I think that this is the right way to kind of go about and do that. So yeah, I'm okay. We're okay. The kids are beautiful. It is the 6 weeks holidays, so they've all finished school. My partner's been off this week, so he's took the first week of the summer holidays off and the last week of the summer holidays off, so we can spend some time together. He actually goes back to work on Monday. Today's Saturday, so he's going back to work in a couple of days, but it's been nice to just spend some time, the 5 of us, and yeah. Right, let's talk about binders. So I'm going to overhaul everything. So I'm going to go through what changes I'm making, what I'm keeping the same. I'll show you what kind of stuff I finished, because I have managed to finish a few things whilst I've not been recording, so it'd be great to catch you guys up on that, because I know some of you were enjoying watching my challenges and things like that. So I'm really enjoying the Save to Sink. It's a lot more fun, and it's keeping me motivated to kind of keep money aside every month, or every week, sorry, when we're doing like the food shopping, so that I can put it into challenges. It's so much more fun doing it that way than just shoving it into a sinking fund, and I like being able to do like a reallocation at the end so that those sinking funds get a big boost rather than just like dribs and drabs here and there. There's a few YouTubers out there that do it, and yeah, I can't thank you enough for showing me that, because yeah, I just love the method. So in here is my coins. So going forward, any coins that are left over from the end of the week, so from our spending money, so groceries, fuel, all that kind of jazz, anything that's 20 pence or less. So it was going into Bag It and Bank It and the penny challenge. We're not going to do the penny challenge anymore. It was annoying me. It's such a long challenge. I've never been able to finish it, and yeah, again, protecting my peace, removing something from my life that just wasn't providing me with enjoyment. So I'm removing the penny challenge, and anything that is 20 pence or less is going to the kids. So if you watched my videos when I first came back in November, I had 3 big jars on the back here, like the big B&M glass jars. There was like a pink one, a purple one, and a green one, I think. Because there's 3 and I've got 3 kiddies, we've decided that anything that's 20 pence or less that's left over at the end of the week, we will just split into the 3 jars, and the kids will have a little pot of money to build up. Obviously it won't build up very quickly, it's not a huge amount, but to them 10 pence is massive. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've still got baby Pickles in here with me, because obviously she doesn't even know her own name yet, but yeah, I just thought it was a nice way to kind of build something up for them. They enjoy putting the coins in, and it's opening up those conversations, especially with Big Pickle, about saving up for things that he wants and things like that. So anything that's 20 pence or less is going into their jars, and we will just accumulate the money every month in here, and then at the end of the month I'll just go ahead and split it into the 3 jars for the kids. 50p's and £2 coins will be going into here. So we've got a 50 pence challenge. I have finished it once this month, so I have already swapped out the coins for a £10 note, and that's in one of our completed envelopes. I'll show you in a minute. So we've got a 50p challenge. This one's from Wednesday Plans, and we've got 2 in there at the moment. And then we've got a £2 coin challenge. Again, this is from Wednesday Plans, and we've got 5 in there. And then when that's finished, that'll be a bag of £2 coins. We can swap that out for a £20 note and then pop it elsewhere. But I just thought it was a way to keep 50 pences and £2 coins. Pound coins will go into our savings challenges like they did before. So that is coins. This binder, I haven't touched this binder all month. So this binder is our leftover binder. So anything that was left over every week was going into these challenges. I've not changed anything in this binder, I don't think. So I've got a lovely dashboard from Soph's Budget in Life. She even sent me some stickers and I popped them in the back as well there. And we've just got 6 challenges in here. So that's from the Rockin' Witch. You've got, that's one's from Dilly Dally Budgets. That one's Dilly Dally Budgets. That's mine. We've got the Toiletries haul from Wednesday Plans, and then we've got the Summer Flip from Studio Budgets. Now, I haven't done anything in this binder whatsoever this month because I wanted to try and get some other challenges completed. So that's just going to stay as it is. That's going to be our leftover binder from August going forward. So yeah, nothing's changed in that one. Pre-week binder, so this is the one that all of our money has gone into this month because I really wanted to finish some challenges, and I have. So let's see what's going on in here. I popped a new dashboard in here. I have released some new products which I showed on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, this is your first opportunity to see them. But yeah, I've popped a new dashboard in here, and then you can see that envelopes 1 and 2 are currently empty. So in challenge 1 we had rainbow roller races, which I finished. I didn't cheat. I still rolled the dice in my tower as I normally do, and it saved us £337, which at the minute is currently sitting in here. I haven't done anything with the completed money yet because it's not the end of the month yet. So we finished that one, so I need a new challenge for there. And number 2 had the Rainbow Roll and Save from Beige Unique Budgets in there, and that was £160, and we finished that one as well. So both of those were completed and the money put in there. So we need 2 more challenges to go in here, and the 2 that I've decided to do are Rainbow Connect 4, which is another new one, and there's 4 different versions of this one. And I'm going to start with the mini version. So the mini version of Connect 4 is a 4x4 grid. You roll a 4-sided dice to determine where your counter lands, and then you roll a colour dice to see which colour. So if I roll a 4 and a 2, I would colour in this one, and then if I rolled a yellow, I would colour that one yellow and save 10. And then once you've connected 4 or you've run out of space on the grid, you finish the challenge. So I thought that one would be a nice one to start us off with. And then the one that we're going to pop into number 2 is Reveal the Rainbow, which is another new one. I'm just going to pop that in there. And with this one, you get a scratch off booklet. You set a denomination for each colour, and then you roll a 6-sided dice, and if you land on, say, number 6, you would save £6, then scratch off one of the stickers and save whatever colour is underneath. So say I've put 10 on purple, and I scratch off this one and it's a purple, I would save 16 because it's the 6 plus the 10. So I thought that would be another one, nice one to do. I like to have bigger challenges in my green binder and then smaller ones in my leftover binder. So that's Reveal the Rainbow in there. We've still got Supermarket Dash. I'm hoping to finish that this month. I finished the game board, and I'm currently working on the Wacky Fundables, and I've done 2 of those already, so there's 20 there. So we've got 4 more scratch offs to do, and then Supermarket Dash is finished. Then I've got Roll and Match. That's just got 4 more rounds to go, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I can finish both of these this month. And then we'll have a huge amount to reallocate at the end of the month, but we'll see how we go. Then I did have the 12-day colour advent in here as number 5, but I'm not going to buy myself an advent calendar this year, I've decided. So I swapped it out for the Rainbow Jelly Bean Jar, which a lot of you might have received in the Big Budget Meetup goodie bag. And basically put the money straight into here, and then I've added some since as well. So this is where I'm up to with Rainbow Jelly Bean Jar. So I've just got all these jelly beans left to do. I've already done the heart, the jar and the packet. So yeah, and then number 6 is Rainbow Geometric. So in there, that is where I'm up to with that. So still quite a bit to go on that one. But yeah, there's a good chunk of money in there from, there was the £10 from the 50p's, the 337 from Roll Erasers, and 160 from Roll and Save. So I think there's £502 in there ready to reallocate at the end of the month. So that's amazing. So there, that's that binder. This binder, again, nothing's really changed, and this is my Wonderland binder. So this is the binder that I do my YouTube money in, and this is all the Wonderland challenges that came as a box set. I have already recorded this month's video, and you'll see that after. The only thing I've changed since that video is I've put new envelopes in, so I've just put these ones in, so I could see the dashboards behind. Okay, so that's the only thing that's changed in there, and then we did finish some, but I won't spoil that video. You'll have to go and watch that one. Christmas, nothing's changed since my last video. Absolutely nothing's changed in this one. And this is the one that I do with Big Pickle. He really enjoys doing all the challenges. I am, however, tempted to take some of the challenges out. I think I kind of overstretched myself with some of the ones that we were doing. Why doesn't Present Pickup have any money in it? I should have money in it. Oh, I put the money in there. I think I put the money in there. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've overstretched myself with how many challenges I wanted to complete for Christmas. So, but the only ones I can really take out are the ones that aren't scratch offs. So it'd be like that one, that's a scratch off, because you can't, like, I don't have these stickers to redo them. That one's not a scratch off. I'll have a think about that one, but yeah, nothing's changed in there at the moment. I'm just going to leave that as it is. These binders, by the way, absolutely love these binders. They are the A6 wide Saffiano leather binders. I have them en route. I have ordered some to stock in my Etsy shop, and I have ordered 16 different colours. So you can see I've got 6 colours here. So I've got like a mint green, a bluey purple, a lilac, a baby pink, a white and a black. But I do have another 10 different colours coming as well. So when they arrive, I will let you know, and I'll pop them on Etsy. But yeah, I absolutely love those binders. This binder is just our weekly money binder. So again, I've popped one of the new dashboards in there. And the dashboard that I got from Sophia at Soph's Budget and Life. And it just has my like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5 in there. And then at the beginning of the month, I'll stuff these envelopes, and then we'll take the money out weekly. So like for week 1. But it's empty at the minute because we are on week 5 of July. So yeah. And then I've just got my reallocator at the back there. But yeah, nothing else has changed in there. And then this one is my new binder. This is my binder. So I am now on a bit of a weight loss journey. I decided it was time to focus on me for a little while, improve my health to hopefully then improve my mental health, and so on and so forth. So I am on a bit of a weight loss journey. So I designed some new products for weight loss, and yeah, so I put in these 2 little cloud binder magnets. These are from Studio Budgets, and they're very, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they are glittery and gorgeous. I put one of my sunflower bee charms in there, and then a new dashboard, plus the mini 2026 dashboard, just so you can see that how that would look set up in a binder. You can then always move it to the top as well, and I'm going to be releasing a lot more of the mini dashboards with different things on there as well. I've popped in here a savings challenge that I got from Budget Saving Queen. So obviously my name. So I'm going to do this with any leftover personal money that I have. Because at the minute my leftover personal money was like going into the family budget, but I just think I need to be a little tiny bit selfish and put it towards something for me, because it was my leftover money, if that makes sense. But yeah, we'll see. So that saves 62 altogether. So yeah. And then here we're going to my weight loss thing. So I've got a dashboard in here that says every new day is a chance to change your life. And then we've got the pounds for pounds weight loss savings challenge, and my current so you get 20 weeks on there. I have done week 3, I just haven't put the money in yet, so I haven't filled it in, but I'm on 11.5 pounds lost so far in 3 weeks, which is amazing. I'm just following like a calorie deficit thing, I'm not doing anything special. But yeah, so that's my weight loss, and I'm doing pound for a pound, so if every pound I lose I put a pound in there. I'm just rounding it up, so like for the 4.9 I put 5 in, for 4.2 I put 5 in, so there's £10 in there. If I maintain, I'm going to put a £5 in, and if I gain, I'm going to double. So if I gain £2, I'll have to put £4 in, if that makes sense. Just as a little thing for me, and then hopefully we can use this money to buy myself some new clothes, because hopefully none of my clothes will fit me. And then I've also put the trackers in the back as well. So I've got the 0 to 5 stone. And I've also put the 5 to 10 in as well, because I'm on a very long and big weight loss journey. So yeah, that is my binder. But the big change that needs to happen is with our sinking fund binder. So that's all like challenges and, you know, like weekly stuff. But this is our sinking funds binder, and you can see how chunky she was getting. But I love this binder, so I still wanted to keep my A5. So we're getting rid of the penny challenge, because we're not doing that anymore. Get rid of all this at the back, because I'm not using them. I'm going to keep me bowing from Sophia, because I like that. I'm going to take everything out apart from... I didn't make a new wedding one purely because it's going to be over in a few months, and I didn't see the point in wasting materials on a wedding one, so we're not going to touch that one. I'm just going to leave that one as it is. But we have got annual, at the minute we had annuals, variables and birthdays. Now I'll show you what I've made myself. So going into this binder, we have got A5 sparkly envelopes with A6 envelopes inside. So these are the same envelopes that are part of my stacking cups binder. So the same envelopes that I put in here, but I've just chopped off the holes because I don't need them. So this is my Christmas one. So when we complete our Christmas challenges, the money will then get us sank into our sinking funds. And inside Christmas we have got gifts, pickles, food and drink, days out, decorations and miscellaneous. So let's have miscellaneous at the back. I did have these in an order. So I wanted the pickles first, that's it. So yeah, so that is my Christmas, and then all of the sinking funds that go towards Christmas. And then the next one we have got is occasions. So inside occasions we have got miscellaneous, baby pickle, big pickle, husband, little pickle and me. So these are our birthdays, and then I've just put the miscellaneous one in there in case we want to put anything aside for like Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's. Yeah, so I just put the miscellaneous one in there for now. But for us right now, the most important thing is our birthdays, and make sure we're celebrating those. So that is occasions. Next one we have is home. Now the reason that these are bigger is I just tried to make them all the same like length, but it didn't really work out like that. But I quite like the fact that some are big and some are small, but we'll see how much that does made in. But yeah, inside home we have got, some of these won't get filled straight away. Some of them will be very slow burners, but I've got a furniture one in case any of our furniture needs replacing. We have had to replace a couple of beds in the last year, so I just want to make sure that we've got a fund there in case we need any new furniture. I definitely need some new shoe storage. Then I've got decor. You know, decor helps improve the mood around the house, I think, so we could put a little bit of pieces in there. We are desperate for new carpets, especially on our stairs. When we bought this house, the house still had the original carpets that the builders put in when they first built the house. But we said that we wouldn't replace any of the carpets whilst we still had the dog, because if you've got a dog, you'll know that dog hair gets everywhere and they drag stuff in and out the house, and it just seemed pointless to put the money into getting new carpets. But unfortunately we do not have our dog anymore. She passed away last year, so we do want to start saving up for some new carpets in our hallways and our stairs, so that we can get the house a bit more presentable, ready for when we want to sell it. We've got appliances. We do have relatively new appliances, but I'd rather have a backup fund just in case any of our appliances decide to like fail. And speaking of the dog, I would like a new Hoover, just because, again, if you've got a dog, you'll know your Hoover starts to smell. And I've tried cleaning the filters, I've tried replacing the filters, it just, yeah, I would like to save for a new Hoover, but it's not a need right now. So I've got the envelope there ready to save for it as and when we can. Bulk shop, so we do like to do our laundry products, our cleaning products, like a freezer top up. So I've put an envelope in there for bulk shop, and then I've put an envelope in there for maintenance. So things that need replacing in the house, like we have a really big issue with our meter boxes. They're outside our house, they're like down the side of our house, and they keep getting broken. So we're constantly having to like replace them and stuff. So it'd just be nice to have a maintenance fund ready for if anything breaks. So that is everything in our home. Oh, I've forgotten one. I wanted a garden one in there as well, but I'll make that eventually. Next one we have is the pickles, and I love that that's big. Pickles, they take up a big portion of my life. So in here we have got a miscellaneous, we have got clothing, so this is anything clothing wise for the kids. I just can't seem to keep up with them at the minute. They're just, if it's not one, it's the next one, and it's the one after, and yeah, it's just crazy. Then we've got days out, because it would be nice to start planning things as a family and going out more and spending more time together and things like that. I know it doesn't need to be anything massive. We can go for picnics and things like that. It's nothing huge, but it would be nice to have a little bit of money just set aside. Then I've got rewards. So the two boys, who are 5 and 8, they both have reward charts. We're primarily focusing on the toilet and their like morning and bedtime routines at the minute, so like brushing their teeth and making their beds and putting their clothes away and stuff like that. But they've got a reward chart, and we've given each sticker an amount, and we need to save the money to when they actually fill their sticker sheet, so that we've actually got the money to go and give them to spend. So yeah, I've got a rewards one in there, and then I've put a school one in there as well. So this will be all things school related: uniform, trips, lunches. It will also include, can you believe this, guys, right? Baby Pickle starts nursery in 5 weeks. I'm so sad, I can't believe it. So yeah, we have depleted our school uniform envelope, which I'll show you in a minute. Because I've had to buy, I bought all of, I'm done school uniform wise. I've got it all, but I had to get her nursery stuff as well, so she needed a bag and, you know, some clothes that weren't like nice clothes, because nursery just wreck. They just cover them in paint and all sorts, don't they? So that is the pickles sinking fund. Then variables. So in variables we have got date night, beauty, clothing, medical and car maintenance, which are pretty self-explanatory, I would think. So the clothing one in here is for me and hubby. So obviously the kids have got their own clothing one. But yeah, it would just be nice to actually have a date night away, just the adults. It'd be really nice. So that is that. Just 2 more, I promise. I don't know how long this video is, I can't see. Annuals is next. So this, it is chunky already, but it's because I've still got the massive wedding one at the back. So in annuals we have got Amazon Prime, boiler service and home insurance. So those are the 3 at the minute that we pay annually for. It would be nice eventually to have things in here like car insurance, car tax, the water bill, do you know what I mean, and pay them annually rather than monthly to save a bit of money. But right now these are the 3 that we have that we need to pay every year. So I've got the 3 envelopes in there for our annual bills. I'm actually going to take the wedding one out because I'm no longer showing it on YouTube anyway, so I'll just take that out. And there we go. Much better. And then last but not least we have got emergency, which needs to go at the front because it is the most important one for us. So in here I've got emergency fund, which for us would be a loss of income, illness, something major breaks that needs fixing, that kind of thing is our emergency fund. I have also put an oopsie envelope in, you know, for those times where you've gone a little bit over budget or you've forgotten about a bill that's come out, or do you know, it's just something that crops up that's just an oopsie, like an oopsie moment. So yeah, we've got an oopsie, and then I've also put in there the 2 excesses for our insurances. So I'm going to start saving towards what our home excess is and what our car insurance excess is. In case anything happens, we've got the money there for those. I suppose you could argue that's what the emergency fund is also for, but it would be nice to kind of like separate that in my head anyway. So yeah, we've got car excess, home excess, oopsie and emergency fund in there. So that is everything. That is all of our sinking funds at the moment. So let's go ahead and transfer this money into there. So starting with emergency, we have just got our emergency fund at the moment, which has got, I need to update this interest gained one, but we've got 1,000 in the bank, and then interest wise we've got 25.97, so I need to change that slightly, but for now I will just pop those into there. Oh, sorry, I've just knocked the tripod. So that is emergency. Annuals. Have I just closed that? So home insurance, we've just restarted this because we paid our home insurance in May. So our home insurance isn't again due till next May, so we're starting that off again. So we've just got a £20 to go in there. Boiler service is fully funded with £100 in the bank, and we get our boiler serviced every October. So that's that. Amazon Prime, I have just paid this, so this is no longer applicable. So we'll be starting that one again. And then we've got school uniform, which is now in a different envelope. Sorry, I'll just hear the kids chatting. School uniform, I'll leave there for a minute. Move on to variables. So we have got in a variables car maintenance, which at the minute has got 125 in the bank. Oh, 100 in the bank and 25 in cash. I'll just pop into there. Medical. We have got 50 in the bank, 70, 85, 95 in medical. Home maintenance has got nothing in the bank now, so I need to take them out. So home maintenance wise, we've done Big Pickle's bed needed replacing. Oh, that's a different folder now, isn't it? I'll just put that back in there for now. So yeah, his bed needed replacing, and we've also done some minor things to the bathroom. We've got some new flooring in the bathroom and stuff last month. Well, this month, July, which was all budgeted for. That's why we took the money out of the bank and paid for that. So yeah, I've completely confused myself now. Clothing. 20.45. I'm going to put £20 in the kids one though. But no, I'll put 25 in the kids one. Nothing for beauty yet, nothing for date night because they are new. Oh, get it in. So that is the variables done. Then we move on to pickles. So I am putting in school uniform. Originally had 300 in the bank, but we've only got £50 left because I've bought all of that stuff for nursery and school. So we've still got £50 as a buffer for the year for uniform top-ups should we need it. And then we're just going to pop this 25 from clothing into kids' clothes for now. And then these are all new, so they don't have anything in there at the minute. Sorry, I've got the window open. I don't know if you can hear noise outside. Home. So the only one we've got for home is maintenance, and we've got 20.35 for home maintenance. So we've spent quite a lot, but it's all been from sinking funds and it was all kind of planned spending, so we've not done too bad. That's that. Occasions, so this is our birthdays. So miscellaneous isn't getting anything at the minute. Baby Pickle, where are you? You are there. So I'm just checking my reference list. Yeah, she does have 100 in the bank and then 10, 15. Her birthday is in December, where she'll be 1. It's just flown by. Next up is Big Pickle. His birthday's tomorrow. He's so excited. So I've got all that to wrap and things tonight. So that means that we have spent the 150 that was in the bank, but we've got 25 saved up for next year. And I've noticed that the presents are getting more expensive the older that they get, which is always fun. Husband, his birthday's in March and he has got 20, 30, 40, 5. Little Pickle. So his birthday is in February and he's got 50 in the bank. Yeah, 70, 85. And then last but not least is me. My birthday's in January and I've got 50 in the bank, 65. We save more for the kids than we do for us, but it's just nice to get each other something for our birthdays. So that is that one. So that is all of the occasions done. Then Christmas is the last one, so I just need to get out from our completed one. We have got 350. And I'm just going to put that because I'm going to try and like do these in order. So for me the kids are the most important, and then food and drink, oh I don't know, yeah, Christmas for us is all the kids, all about the kids. So I'm going to put that 350 into the kids folder for now. So that is Christmas, and hopefully once we complete some of these savings challenges in here we can then boost this one. So that's the plan, is to basically do the savings challenges, make it fun, make it worthwhile for us, to continue doing it, like, not worthwhile, motivating, that's the word I was looking for. And then we do a reallocation and we stuff them into our sinking funds. But I like the idea of these because these wallets are so, not these ones, these little ones, are so thin and nice that you can, like, and you wouldn't do it with Amazon Prime because that's a bill, but if I was going out to buy the kids' birthday presents, I could just pull out this envelope, and because it's got no holes on it, it's quite slim, it'll fit straight in my purse. So I can just take the money out and put it into my purse, and then when I finish spending I can just put it back in here. So I don't have to like combine all my money and make it all confusing. So there we have it, our new sinking fund envelopes ready. That is nowhere near as chunky anymore, which is good. I mean, it's always nice that it's chunky, it means that it's got money in it, but I just think changing it from the laminated envelopes, because these, once they just make them white, I don't know how to explain it. If anybody would like, I mean, these aren't the best, I mean, look at this one, it's all, like, I couldn't get the hole punches right on this one. But if anybody does just want them, just drop me a message and let me know. But yeah, that is it. That's all I'm going to do today. I just wanted to update you as to where we were, what we'd spent from sinking funds, and what I'm going to be sharing going forward. But I do hope that everybody else is okay. Please let me know in the comments what you've been up to. Have you completed anything? I was so excited to complete that roller races. Honestly, I felt like it was going on forever, but it wasn't the amount that was coming out of my food money that was making me like, oh, I want to finish it. It was more, I feel like I've been doing this forever. It was just frustrating me, but in a good way. And that £337 built up with slow amounts. Like sometimes it was £7, sometimes it was £2, sometimes it was £12. It didn't feel like much at the time. But yeah, 337, and then the 160 from Roll and Save, which was from our petrol money. So yeah, hopefully we can finish a couple more on Friday, which is the end of our budget. So it's today's Saturday, so our 5th week's only just started for the last week of July's budget. So hopefully at the end of this week we've got some money left, we can finish some more. If not, we'll just roll them over into August. But a lot of the money will go towards the wedding. I'm just no longer going to tell you how much in total we have saved for the wedding. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Again, thank you all for your lovely messages, asking if I was okay. I'm fine. I do appreciate all the lovely things that people say to me. It's just, unfortunately, you could get 100 comments, and out of those 100 comments, even if you only get one negative one, that's the one that I remember, and that's the one that keeps me up at night, which is awful because it's kind of putting a downer on the other 99. But yeah, I think I've got a good plan going forward in terms of making sure I'm protecting my peace. So thank you so much for bearing with me. As always, if you've got any questions, please drop me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. But you'll see me again very, very soon for this month's video on Rainbow and Wonderland. So thank you and goodbye.